Alright guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we talked about some Polygon price predictions in 2022 and some updates, but we also dived a little bit into ZK Rollups on Polygon. But what are ZK Rollups on Polygon? Polygon and ZK Rollups, what does all that mean? And why does InvestAnswers thinks that Polygon, ZK Rollups, and 2022 will be huge? Those are the questions that we are trying to answer today. So if you're curious about that, if you're curious about ZK Rollups and Polygon, then you don't want to miss this video. Now, I know that for most of us who don't come from the tech industry are kind of intimidated by these ZK Rollups, these scaling technologies, and what they all mean. So today, I'm going to break this video down, break this concept down as much as possible so that even your grandpa can understand it. So with that said, if you haven't already, please do me this one favor and smash the like and subscribe button. And now let's get into it. So they have some pretty nice documentation here at ETH Hub that goes through what ZK Rollups are. They have a background and introduction and an overview of how it works. So I would recommend reading it. It does get kind of technical, so you can read it if you want to, or you can just watch this video. So if you haven't watched my last video, make sure to watch that. But let's go through ZK Rollups. So the ZK Rollups are basically another way for layer 2 construction. And the goal is really to increase scalability by bundling hundreds of transactions into one. And they have this thing called zero knowledge proofs. And what's great about this is that it can prove validity of a block within the Ethereum blockchain. And it's called a zero knowledge proof because zero knowledge of the data is needed. So what happens behind the scenes is that they have these guys called relayers, and their job is to basically generate a proof. It's called a snark proof, but you could just say that it's a proof. And what it does is it compares all the changes within all of the wallets within a time frame. So if all that was too complicated already and made no sense to you, don't worry, we'll dumb it down a little bit. So imagine that right now for Ethereum transfers, they're done one at a time. It's like lining up at a queue to go pay for something in real life. The cashier can only handle one of you at a time. But with ZK Rollups, they're keeping track of all the transactions that happens within a specific time frame. And then after that time frame, they submit all those transactions in one go. So instead of keeping track of only your transactions and your transfers, they're also keeping track of the transactions and transfers that are happening for your Uncle George or your Aunt Bertha. The best analogy of this would be that imagine you're at McDonald's, which I love using that example. You have to go to the cashier to order your meal. So the cashier can only handle one of you at a time. That is without ZK Rollups. With ZK Rollups, imagine that now you have these automatic kiosks placed all around the restaurant. Now they can handle 6 customers at the same time. So that's kind of the idea that they're spinning here. So Polygon has their own version of ZK Rollups called Polygon Miden. And their idea with Miden is to scale Ethereum. So it's part of their scaling infrastructure. And right now it is used to generate proofs, but it is still in development. So in layman's terms, what it really does is if you ask a person, how do I know you went to Harvard and that you studied business there? And the way they answer that is they show you their paper degree, right? That is their proof. And the same thing that is happening here. I don't need to see his transcript. All I need is to see that degree plastered on his wall or something or framed up in his wall. And that's good enough proof for me. Now, Polygon is investing big time into ZK Rollup technology with their recent purchase or merge with the ZK Rollup Hermes network for a $250 million deal. And that $250 million was dealt in MATIC, and they also announced a $1 billion ZK Rollup fund in August. So they are out for a mission. Polygon co-founder Sandeep Nailwal announced that Miden and ZK Rollups will help accelerate validation for DeFi apps and cryptocurrencies. And that is highly needed right now because Ethereum, the reason why those gas fees are so high is because they're not scalable. And Nailwal believes that ZK Rollups are the keys to help Ethereum scale. The point of Ethereum ZK Rollups is to allow transactions to be batched, which reduces the load on the blockchain and enables cheaper and faster transactions. But still, they are limited in the amount of transactions that they can process off-chain. So the problem really is that even with the Ethereum ZK Rollups, they can't validate all transactions off-chain, and Miden is supposed to help with that. And Polygon not only has that, but they also have their proof-of-stake sidechains, the Hermes network, Miden, and Nightfall, which is another scaling solution that they are working on with Ernst & Young. Anyways, in even more recent news, MIR Protocol, which is a startup that is on the game for ZK Rollups, has now joined the Polygon family for a $400 million deal. Apparently, MIR has developed the world's fastest ZK Rollup technology, and they will be helping Polygon build their new project, which is Polygon Zero, which is a highly scalable Ethereum-compatible ZK Rollup. Now, ZK scaling is the future of Ethereum, but ZK Rollup technology just aren't ready yet. They're still in development. And we have most engineers and investors shouting from the roof that ZK Rollup technology would be the thing in 2022. And the missing thing about these ZK Rollup technologies is just that they are missing efficient recursive proofs. And without getting too deep in the weeds, it is what will make for proof generation or printing MBAs more efficient. The one Ethereum has now is really inefficient and slow. MIR has built this technology called Plonky 2, and what's amazing about this is that they can generate proofs in 170 milliseconds on a laptop. So that's the fastest technology available today. At any rate, when this is out, this will scale Ethereum and it will increase adoption and boost it to the stratosphere. And that's why we're probably going to see price increases for both Ethereum and Polygon when this happens. And just note that they do all this without sacrificing security, which is the biggest thing. Now, Polygon's goal is really to onboard 1 billion users to Ethereum. But I think on the side here, what they're also building is they're building their own brand as the ZK Empire, because they have such huge investments and projects underneath their umbrella already. And remember, one last thing, that Polygon doesn't just have to help Ethereum scale. They could also help other blockchains, like for example, Bitcoin. Alright, let's talk about mindset for a bit, because I've been doing videos about MATIC for a good part of the year. And over this past year, there has been a lot of complaints that the price of MATIC hasn't moved until it moved, because that's MATIC. So really over here from, let's say, June to August, a good several months. June, July, August, a good 3 months. And then it blasted off, and then it went back down to around September. So you could say from June to the beginning of October, people have been complaining that MATIC was always around the price of, let's say, 120, 140, and it didn't blast off. So if you sold MATIC during that time instead of buying, then that's on you, because this game, you have to be patient with it. And that's something that a lot of people don't have. And that is also the reason why I think so many people loses with the market, because when they see red, they can't handle it and they sell that at a low. So what they're doing is they're buying the all-time highs and they're selling the lows. When what you're supposed to do, you hear it all the time, buy low, sell high. But it seems like most people are just doing the opposite. They see green and they don't want to miss out. They have that fear of missing out. So they buy at the all-time high, only to see it fall down to the reds, and then they freak out and they sell out at a loss, which is not how you want to invest. And even when things aren't moving, you got to consider, is this a really good time to buy? And you could really discover that by joining a group or a trading group or investing group for cryptocurrencies. One that I'm in is IM Academy, which you can check out in the description or pinned comment below. I've been with them for a year now, and the information that they give out, the drops of new tokens that they give out, is valueless. And to be completely honest, most of the people getting into it are dumb money. You got to think whether you're dumb money or smart money, because dumb money sells when the market freaks out, and that is when smart money buys. Smart money doesn't buy at all-time highs. They buy when things are down low and people think that this project is going to hell. So you really got to discover yourself, find yourself, have that mindset, join a group, because having a group can help you guard your mindset and guard your assets from you selling when you don't need to be selling or aren't supposed to be selling. Anyways, if you want to find out more about some groups that I'm in, like IM Academy, then you can check them out in the description or the pinned comment below, or you could even set up a call with me. Other than that, please be sure to check out the swag underneath the description of this video, because we've been making some Polygon swag for y'all. Other than that, if you haven't already, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace!